Have you ever wondered why you still feel tired, even after eating breakfast? Or why your mornings sometimes start strong but fade into exhaustion within a few hours? What if the very foods you believe are keeping you healthy are actually working against you? Most people have heard the saying, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And while that's true, what you eat matters just as much as whether you eat at all. Some breakfast foods may look harmless or even healthy, but they can secretly set you up for fatigue, blood sugar crashes, and even long-term health problems. For seniors, making the wrong breakfast choices can cause inflammation, heart complications, or that sluggish feeling that makes it harder to stay alert and active throughout the day. Imagine starting your morning thinking you're fueling your body, only to discover you're slowing it down instead. The good news is, avoiding just a few common breakfast mistakes can make a world of difference. The right morning meal can stabilize your energy, support your heart, and help you stay mentally sharp for years to come. In this video, we'll uncover 4 foods seniors should never eat for breakfast. These are the ones that might taste good in the moment, but silently disrupt your digestion, spike your blood sugar, and add to chronic health issues over time. Knowing what to avoid and what to replace them with can completely change how you feel each morning. Stay with me until the end, because even small adjustments to your morning routine can lead to major improvements in your long-term health and vitality. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Sugary cereals and pastries. A bowl of cereal or a warm pastry may seem like a convenient way to start the day, but for seniors, these choices can cause a cascade of problems before noon even arrives. Many cereals, especially those marketed as healthy or whole grain, are actually loaded with sugar, artificial flavors, and preservatives. Some even contain more sugar than a candy bar. This sugar overload leads to sharp spikes and sudden crashes in blood sugar levels. The same goes for pastries like donuts, muffins, and sweet rolls, foods that give a quick burst of energy but soon leave you drained. When blood sugar rises and falls too quickly, your body releases insulin to bring it back down. For older adults, this constant cycle of highs and lows can result in fatigue, irritability, and eventually insulin resistance. Over time, regularly eating high-sugar breakfasts contributes to weight gain, inflammation, and an increased risk of diabetes and heart disease. A breakfast that feels harmless in the moment might actually be laying the foundation for long-term health complications. Take the case of Richard, a 68-year-old man who believed his mornings were healthy. For years, he began his day with a bowl of cereal he thought was nutritious. It was labeled heart healthy and made with whole grains. But by mid-morning, Richard often found himself drained, craving snacks, and struggling to focus. When his doctor advised him to reduce added sugars, Richard made a simple change. He switched to a high-protein breakfast with fiber-rich foods. Within just a few weeks, the difference was remarkable. His energy lasted longer, his focus improved, and he no longer needed that second cup of coffee to stay awake before noon. Breakfast pastries can create an even bigger problem. Foods like cinnamon rolls, toaster pastries, and store-bought muffins often contain a dangerous mix of trans fats, refined flour, and large amounts of sugar. These ingredients may satisfy cravings in the moment, but they also promote inflammation, slow digestion, and leave the body craving even more sugar later. While the paid might bring temporary comfort, they do little to nourish the body or support brain and heart health. Think about it. How many times have you felt sluggish or sleepy just an hour after a sweet breakfast? It's your body reacting to that rapid rise and fall in blood sugar. A much better option is to choose breakfasts that combine protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Instead of sugary cereals, try plain oatmeal topped with nuts and berries, or Greek yogurt mixed with seeds and a touch of honey. If you enjoy baked goods, make them at home using whole grains and natural sweeteners like mashed bananas or applesauce. The goal isn't to give up the foods you love. It's about choosing the versions that truly fuel your body. Many seniors underestimate how much sugar sneaks into their morning meals. Grabbing a quick bowl of cereal or a pastry with coffee might seem harmless, but over time, it can strain your metabolism, weaken energy balance, and affect your overall health. By starting your day with balanced, nutrient-rich foods, you can avoid the sugar roller coaster and enjoy consistent energy, clearer focus, and better well-being throughout the day. Number 2, processed meats, bacon, sausage, and ham. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham have been a satisfying part of the traditional American breakfast for generations. They smell comforting, taste delicious, and often bring back warm memories of family mornings. But while they may please your taste buds, they come with serious health risks, especially for seniors. These foods are high in sodium, saturated fats, and preservatives, all of which can contribute to high blood pressure, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. One of the biggest dangers lies in their sodium content. Just one serving of bacon or sausage can contain more than half of the daily recommended sodium intake for older adults. Too much sodium causes the body to retain fluid, which increases blood pressure and puts extra strain on the heart. Over time, this constant pressure can lead to strokes, heart attacks, and other cardiovascular problems. And even if you've eaten these foods for most of your life without noticeable issues, the body becomes less tolerant to high sodium levels as it ages. Then there's another hidden danger: nitrates and nitrites. These chemical preservatives are used to enhance flavor and extend shelf life, but when cooked at high temperatures, they can turn into harmful compounds that damage cells and increase inflammation. Studies have shown a strong link between regular consumption of processed meats and a higher risk of colorectal cancer. For seniors, who may already be managing chronic conditions, reducing exposure to these substances is an important step in protecting long-term health. Take Elaine, for example. At 72, she had always started her mornings with a few slices of bacon and eggs, believing she was fueling her body with protein. But over time, she began noticing troubling symptoms: frequent bloating, fatigue, and rising blood pressure. It wasn't until her doctor suggested cutting back on processed meats that she realized the cause. Reluctantly, she replaced her daily bacon with leaner alternatives: scrambled eggs with avocado, or a slice of smoked salmon on whole grain toast. Within weeks, the difference was noticeable. Her bloating decreased, her energy improved, and her blood pressure stabilized. Many people assume that eating bacon or sausage in moderation is safe, but the problem is that moderation often turns into a daily habit without us realizing it. And when these foods quietly add up over time, they can take a serious toll on the heart, arteries, and overall vitality. Processed breakfast foods are often paired with other ingredients that quietly add to the problem. A plate of bacon, eggs, and buttered toast might appear balanced at first glance. A little protein, some carbs, a comforting start to the day. But when you look closer, that same meal can be a perfect storm of sodium, cholesterol, and refined carbohydrates. The salt from the bacon, the cholesterol from the eggs, and the processed flour from the bread all work together to strain the heart rather than nourish it. So, what's the better alternative? If you enjoy savory breakfasts, you don't have to give them up. Just make smarter swaps. Choose healthier sources of protein, such as scrambled eggs mixed with vegetables, plain Greek yogurt topped with nuts and seeds, or even a plant-based option like a tofu scramble. These choices provide lasting energy without flooding the body with unhealthy fats and excess sodium. And if you still crave the flavor of bacon or sausage, consider leaner, nitrate-free versions made from turkey or plant-based substitutes seasoned with herbs and spices instead of chemical preservatives. You'll still enjoy the taste you love, but in a way that supports your health rather than harming it. Breakfast should be the meal that sets you up for the day, not one that raises your blood pressure or increases your risk of heart disease. By simply cutting down on processed meats and replacing them with heart-healthy proteins, you can protect your cardiovascular health, boost your energy, and feel lighter and more focused throughout the morning. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the bell so you never miss a new video. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful health content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, flavored yogurts and fruit juices. Many people start their day with a cup of flavored yogurt or a glass of fruit juice, thinking they're making a smart, healthy choice. After all, yogurt contains probiotics for digestion, and fruit juice comes from natural fruits. So what could possibly be wrong? The truth is, most flavored yogurts and packaged fruit juices are packed with added sugars, artificial flavorings, and preservatives, making them some of the worst breakfast choices for seniors. Instead of fueling your body with real nutrients, these foods can trigger blood sugar spikes, cause digestive discomfort, and lead to inflammation over time. Flavored yogurts, in particular, are cleverly marketed as nutritious, yet many contain more sugar than a dessert, sometimes even more than a can of soda. Many flavored yogurts actually contain more sugar than a dessert. A single cup of fruit-flavored yogurt can pack as much sugar as an entire can of soda, with some brands adding between 20 and 30 grams per serving. Imagine starting your day with that much sugar before you've even had your coffee. The problem is that this sugar is absorbed rapidly into the bloodstream, causing an immediate spike in insulin levels. For seniors, whose metabolism naturally slows with age, these sugar surges can trigger sharp energy crashes, gradual weight gain, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. What may seem like a light and healthy breakfast could actually be setting off a chain reaction that drains energy rather than fueling it. And then there's fruit juice. While it technically comes from fruit, most store-bought juices have been stripped of their fiber and packed with added sugars. Even those labeled as 100% fruit juice can still cause trouble. They contain high amounts of natural sugar, but without fiber to slow down absorption, the sugar rush hits the bloodstream all at once. This rapid spike and crash in blood sugar can, over time, increase insulin resistance and lead to metabolic issues. Studies have found that drinking fruit juice daily can raise the risk of obesity, diabetes, and even fatty liver disease, particularly in older adults. Take the case of Margaret, a 74-year-old who believed she was doing the right thing by drinking a glass of orange juice every morning for vitamin C. Over the years, she began feeling sluggish by mid-morning, often reaching for snacks to boost her energy. When her doctor reviewed her routine, they discovered that her daily juice habit was causing frequent blood sugar swings. Margaret made one simple change, replacing her morning juice with a whole orange. Within weeks, she noticed a dramatic difference: more stable energy, improved digestion, and fewer cravings throughout the day. Yogurt and fruit can still be part of a healthy breakfast. The key is choosing the right kinds. Instead of flavored yogurts filled with artificial sweeteners, go for plain Greek yogurt and add your own toppings like fresh fruit or a drizzle of honey. Not only does Greek yogurt contain less sugar, but it's also higher in protein, which helps keep you feeling full longer and supports muscle health, something especially important for seniors. When it comes to juice, the best option is to eat whole fruits instead. Whole fruits like berries, apples, and oranges provide natural fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants without the sudden blood sugar spike that comes from drinking juice. If you still prefer something to sip in the morning, there are healthier alternatives waiting for you, and we'll talk about those next. If you still want something refreshing to drink in the morning, try infused water with slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint for a gentle flavor boost. Herbal teas are another excellent choice, soothing for the stomach, hydrating, and naturally caffeine-free. You could also enjoy a small smoothie made with real fruit, vegetables, and protein-rich ingredients like nuts, seeds, or Greek yogurt. What you eat in the morning truly sets the tone for your entire day. Choosing low-sugar, high-fiber options helps maintain steady energy levels, improves digestion, and reduces the risk of chronic health problems in the long run. Simple changes, like replacing flavored yogurts with plain ones and swapping fruit juice for whole fruit, can make a world of difference. These small, mindful choices will leave you feeling more energized, focused, and balanced as the years go by. Number 4. White bread and highly refined carbohydrates. For many people, breakfast just doesn't feel complete without something warm and familiar. A slice of toast, a bagel, or maybe a biscuit. These foods are comforting and easy to prepare, which is why they've become a morning staple for decades. But here's the truth. White bread and refined carbohydrates are among the worst choices for seniors. They may look harmless, but inside the body, they act very differently. Refined carbs can trigger sudden blood sugar spikes, increase inflammation, and cause rapid energy crashes that leave you feeling drained before noon. Unlike whole grains, which digest slowly and provide a steady release of energy, refined carbs break down almost instantly into sugar. This leads to sharp rises and falls in insulin levels, which over time can increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. The problem is, refined carbohydrates like white bread, bagels, pancakes, and pastries made with white flour lack the essential fiber, protein, and nutrients your body needs. They give a quick burst of energy, but that's quickly followed by fatigue, hunger, and cravings for more sugary or starchy foods. It's a vicious cycle that's easy to fall into without realizing it. Take Robert, for example. At 71, he had followed the same breakfast routine for years. 2 slices of white toast with butter and jam, always with his morning coffee. It seemed simple and satisfying enough. But by mid-morning, he was often fighting to stay awake, relying on another cup of coffee or a sugary snack just to keep going. When his doctor suggested switching to whole grain bread and adding protein to his breakfast, Robert was skeptical at first. Still, he decided to give it a try. Within a few short weeks, he began noticing remarkable changes: fewer energy crashes, smoother digestion, and a greater sense of alertness throughout the day. Improved focus and steady energy throughout the day. That's what most seniors truly want from their mornings. But one of the biggest hidden problems with white bread and other refined carbohydrates lies in how they affect blood sugar and inflammation. Diets high in refined carbs have been consistently linked to chronic inflammation in the body, a key factor behind many age-related conditions such as arthritis, heart disease, and even Alzheimer's disease. For seniors hoping to stay active, alert, and independent, reducing refined grains is one of the most important steps toward better health. Why? Because inflammation doesn't always show up as pain. It often builds quietly, damaging cells, stiffening joints, and slowly wearing down your energy reserves. By cutting back on refined carbs, you help your body fight inflammation from the inside out. So, what's a smarter breakfast choice? Instead of white bread, bagels, or sugary pastries, try whole grain options such as sprouted grain bread, hearty oatmeal, or whole wheat toast. These alternatives are packed with fiber, vitamins, and plant-based nutrients that help keep blood sugar stable and energy levels balanced for hours. Adding a healthy fat source, like avocado, almond butter, or even a drizzle of olive oil, can take it one step further. These good fats nourish your brain, support heart health, and make your breakfast more satisfying, so you're less tempted to reach for unhealthy snacks later in the morning. Most people don't realize just how much refined carbohydrates impact their body until they start making these small changes. But once they do, the difference becomes obvious: smoother digestion, improved focus, and more consistent energy throughout the day. By replacing white bread and other highly processed breakfast foods with nutrient-dense alternatives, seniors can protect their long-term health, stabilize metabolism, and lower the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and heart problems. It's a simple yet powerful adjustment that pays off in lasting vitality and peace of mind. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform, guide, and inspire you. Now, let's move forward to final thoughts, because your breakfast is far more than just the first meal of the day. It's the foundation for how you feel, how you function, and how you age gracefully. Your body continues to process everything you eat throughout the day, which means that the choices you make in the morning truly shape how you'll feel later on. A poor breakfast can quietly set off a chain of blood sugar crashes, sluggishness, and long-term health concerns that build up over time. But the good news is that you have the power to turn that around. By avoiding sugary cereals and pastries, processed meats, flavored yogurts, fruit juices, and refined white bread, you take an important step toward protecting your heart, your energy, and your overall well-being. These simple yet meaningful choices can make a real difference in how your body performs, not just for the day, but for years to come. The best part is that improving your breakfast doesn't require a drastic overhaul. Small, consistent changes are often the most powerful. Swapping unhealthy breakfast foods for nutrient-dense alternatives, like whole grains, protein-rich options, and fiber-filled fruits, helps you stay full longer, maintain steady energy, and keep your metabolism balanced. Over time, these habits can lower your risk of chronic diseases and boost your mood, focus, and vitality. And if you've been eating some of these less than healthy breakfast foods for years, don't feel discouraged. It's never too late to make better choices. Your body is remarkably resilient and will respond positively once you begin nourishing it with the right foods. So, what stood out to you the most today? Which of these insights do you think will make the biggest difference in your own life? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it. Your reflections not only inspire others, but they also help us continue creating meaningful, science-based content for seniors who want to live healthier, happier lives. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from these insights. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep producing valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you good health, lasting happiness, and peace of mind. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos that guide you toward a stronger, more vibrant life every single day.